It was theorized it had something to do with the checkpoint system around the track. So for a while, no shortcuts were performed on Rainbow Road. But in late 2006, a runner known as Husky217 found something quite a bit harder than the first shortcut. And this time, the lap counted at the end. This was the rail glitch. By using a mushroom or a mini turbo and hopping at just the right angle, the player can leave the surface of the course and land inside the rail of the track's big loop. The player then drives forward a bit and leaps off to the right side, skipping the need to drive all the way around the loop. If done correctly, this saves about 3 seconds, but it's incredibly difficult to line up your jump to perfectly land on top of the rail. Husky was able to get a time of 1:57 using the rail glitch, but then a player known as Hadamugi beat him with a 1:56 a few months later. Hadamugi didn't use the rail glitch, but instead used a trick theorized by Etch a while before, the pipe glitch. By driving forward here to load the next checkpoint region, then turning around and boosting off the track, Lakitu will think you're further ahead than you really are and drop you before the corkscrew section. As you can see by the minimap, after the time it takes to go out of bounds and be picked up by Lakitu, this trick saves about 1 second. However, it's much easier to do than the rail glitch. Over the following several months, the record came down second by second with these 2 shortcuts. The pipe shortcut was easy enough to do once per each of the 3 laps, but the rail shortcut was only really done once per race due to how difficult it was. The record had come down to a 1:51 by 2009, when a player known as Bjork posted a video of a 1:46 with 3 rail jumps. However, the run was suspected as being a TAS, and the video was later taken down. Today, this run isn't counted as ever having been a world record on MarioKartWorldRecords.com. By 2011, runner MK Dasher managed to get the time down to a 1:47 by doing 3 pipe shortcuts and 2 rail shortcuts. This is where the record stood for about 3 years, until the middle of 2014, when MK Dasher found something big. Remember the old shortcut from 2006 that didn't count the lap? Well, 8 years later, MK Dasher found a way around that. By driving forward a bit more, the game loaded the next checkpoint for the track. This was all the game needed to do to count the lap at the end. So now, MK Dasher could drive a bit farther forward and do this. This shortcut eliminated the need to perform the rail glitch, because you'd already wind up at the end of the loop. It was also significantly easier, and could be realistically performed on each of the 3 laps. That, combined with the pipe shortcut on each lap, meant times faster than ever before. MK Dasher set a record of 1:45 in May 2014, and over the next few years he traded it back and forth with players like Leon and Rupa. The player's kart choice changed over time. Before the new shortcut, the Rob BLS was used because of its slightly higher speed, but after, the Egg 1 was used because of its better handling. Optimization was found by doing the shortcuts quicker than before, and cleaner driving overall. In September 2017, MK Dasher got a 1:38, which is where the record stands today. There's also another side to DS Rainbow Road speedruns, non-shortcut runs. In this category, large shortcuts or shortcuts that involve going out of bounds are not allowed, but corner cuts are still permitted. The current non-shortcut record is a 1:54 by MK Dasher, beating a 1:55 by Rupa that had stood for nearly 6 years. That's all for Mario Kart DS. 3 years after the game came out, Nintendo released the next installment in the franchise. It's one of the series' most iconic games, and it's well known for its unique ultra shortcuts. This is Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road is notorious for being one of the hardest in the franchise. With all of its tight turns and lack of walls, it's incredibly easy to fall off the edge and be sent plummeting. Of course, as with every other iteration of Rainbow Road, some players were able to master it in world record time. New to Mario Kart Wii was an in-game online leaderboard system where the best time trials in the world could be automatically uploaded to. Time trial records could be seen instantaneously this way, and could even be downloaded to race against. So, unlike many of the other games where early times were claimed online by veteran players, even some of the earliest records in Mario Kart Wii have video proof, including a 237.380 by Yosuo. His run was essentially just a speedy playthrough of the track, but there's a few important things to pick up on. His character was Funky Kong, the fastest in the game. His vehicle choice was a bike called the Flame Runner. In Mario Kart Wii, there's two main types of vehicles, bikes and karts. Karts have the upside of giving the player a longer boost if they drift longer, but bikes give the player the option to do wheelies during straight sections, where the front wheel lifts up and the bike moves faster. There are also two subtly different types of bikes, outside drifting ones and inside drifting ones. Bikes with outside drift throw the back wheel out more when turning, so it takes longer to line the kart up forward after drifting. Bikes with inside drift are generally regarded as superior, since you can do a wheelie much sooner after drifting. So, for nearly every course in the game, an inside drifting bike is chosen, and one of the best is the Flame Runner. This was very quickly figured out when the game was released, which is why Yasuo was using his bike and character combination. Over the following months,